English Language Academy. Practice makes perfect.
Listen and practice.
I started using eBay a few years ago. I lost my cell phone and needed to get a new one. New phones are more than $300 from the cell phone company, and I didn't have much money. So I decided to buy one on eBay. I started to bid on a phone, and it was really fun. I bid $50, and I was winning. But in the last minute, someone bid $52 and won. I decided to try again with another phone. This time I won. It only cost me $45. The phone came in the mail a week later. It's a little old, but it works well, and I saved $255. Now that's a great deal.
Listen and practice.
Making music. Music is very popular all around the world. It's a very important part of life in Nigeria, in Africa. People here sing, dance, and play music at important times in their lives. In traditional Nigerian music, there is singing, and people play instruments. There are percussion instruments like drums, bells, and rattles. There are other instruments like pipes and trumpets, too. Nigerian children sometimes make their own instruments. They make drums from tin cans and pipes from plants. They also make rattles from fruits. Lots of different types of modern music are popular in Nigeria, too. Some modern music, like jazz, reggae, and rock, came from traditional African music.
Listen and practice.
Spring. Spring is a very pretty season. Maybe it's the prettiest season of all. It's usually sunny, and there are lots of flowers. In Japan, people love cherry blossom. These pink flowers open in spring, between January and April. People have picnics under the cherry trees. They sit and eat, and they look at the cherry blossom. In Ghana, the rainy season starts in May. This is a good time for farmers, so they have a big festival called Homowo. There are parades in the streets with music and dancing. Vila Franca do Lima is in Portugal. In May, there's a festival here with lots of flowers. Girls carry flowers on their head. The flowers are heavy.
Listen and practice.
3 Kings. In the story of Jesus Christ, 3 good people visited Jesus when he was a baby. They gave him presents. Later, Christians called these people the 3 Kings. In January, Christians have a festival called Twelfth Night. It's called Twelfth Night because it's 12 nights after Christmas. At this time, Christians think about the 3 kings who visited Jesus with their presents. In some countries, people eat a big cake. Twelfth Night is a big festival in Spain. There are lots of parades with people in costumes. People throw candy to children in the streets. On Twelfth Night, Spanish children put their shoes under the Christmas tree. In the morning, they find presents in their shoes.
Listen and practice.
Oceans. On Earth, there is more ocean than land. The Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean. It's bigger than Africa. Did you know that there are mountains and valleys under the ocean? Some of these mountains are bigger than the biggest mountains on land. In the deepest parts of the ocean, the water is 10 kilometers deep. The water in the ocean is always moving. Waves hit the land and break the rocks. Sometimes, big pieces of rock fall into the ocean. They leave big cliffs, like the beautiful Uluwatu Cliffs in Bali, in Indonesia. Where the ocean is warm, we sometimes find coral. Coral is made of millions of very small animals that make hard covers around themselves. When the animals die, the hard covers make the coral reef. The Great Barrier Reef near Australia is the biggest coral reef in the world. It's 2,600 kilometers long. Sea turtles, dolphins, and many other amazing animals live there.
Listen and practice.
Plastic. Plastic is newer than a lot of other materials. No one really knows how long it takes to decompose. Maybe up to 1,000 years. Around the world, people make more than 200 million metric tons of plastic every year. All this plastic is probably still on Earth. We don't recycle much plastic because it's hard to sort the different types of plastic, and there aren't many factories that recycle plastic. We can recycle plastic from bottles and from parts of refrigerators and cars. People sort the different types of plastic, and then they take them to a plastic recycling factory. Different factories recycle different types of plastic. At the factory, machines clean the plastic and cut it into small pieces. Other machines melt the plastic and clean it again. Then, machines cut this clean plastic into small pellets. Other factories use these pellets to make new plastic things. We can use recycled plastic to make phones, clothes, chairs, toys, and much more.
Listen and practice.
Metal. there are lots of different metals, and they all come from rocks. To get most metals out of rocks, people have to use machines to make the rocks very, very hot. The machines use a lot of energy. It's good to recycle metals because we save this energy. Metal is a good material to recycle because we can recycle it again and again. We can recycle all metals, but we recycle different metals in different ways. Let's look at aluminum. Aluminum is the metal in most drinks cans. It's also in planes, cars, bicycles, computers, buildings, and things that we cook with. At the recycling factory, machines cut the waste aluminum into small pieces. Then, very hot air blows off all the words and pictures on the metal. Next, machines melt the metal and make bars. Other factories melt these bars to make new metal things.
Listen and practice.
Be careful. Mountains can be dangerous. You can fall or get lost. In the mountains, helicopters come and help people. The weather in the mountains can be nice and sunny, but it can be cloudy and rainy too. High in the mountains, it is cold, so take warm clothes. Take water when you walk in the mountains. Don't drink water from a river. Take food. It's good to eat cheese, bread, fruit, and chocolate. Take a map and a compass too. Have fun in the mountains, but be careful.
Listen and practice.
Ice and snow. In the mountains, you can see rivers of ice. A river of ice is called a glacier. What makes a glacier? In winter, lots of snow falls on the mountains. Then, new snow falls on the old snow and makes ice. The ice moves down the mountain in a glacier. Glaciers move very, very slowly. In some glaciers, there are big crevasses. Crevasses are holes in the ice. Crevasses are dangerous. In snowy weather, people don't see a crevasse. Then, they can fall in. Avalanches are dangerous too. In an avalanche, lots of snow falls from the mountain. It can fall on people.
Listen and practice.
Mammals and Birds. A mammal is an animal that drinks milk from its mother and breathes air. Most mammals, like people and elephants, live on land. Some mammals live in the ocean. Because they feed and move in water, ocean mammals are different from land mammals in many ways. The sea lion's body has a shape like a fish, so it can swim very fast. It doesn't have front legs, but it has flippers that pull it through the water. Some birds live, feed, and sleep on the ocean. They catch fish by diving under the water. Some birds only come to the seashore to make nests and to lay eggs.